All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So this is gonna be impressive. I have tested and reviewed probably nearly every set of earbuds from Soundpeats from when they weren't very popular. A lot of people used to say Soundpeats, and they kind of thought they were like a knockoff Beats by Dre or something like that. But in reality, I purchased Beats by Dre, and I was not impressed, especially with the price to value ratio for a consumer and the quality and sound that I was getting. That was one of the worst purchases that I ever did. But that's not what this video is about. This is about the new Engine 4s from Soundpeats. Now, these have LDAC and high-res audio. So what does that mean? Coaxial dual dynamic drivers is what they're talking about. And then you have high-quality sound that they're guaranteeing. These come out on June 6th at the recording of this video. It's May 25th, if I keep it a buck with you. They do send these out sometimes to creators a little early so we can check them out and give you our feedback on it and to help promote the product. It's free marketing for them. You know what I'm saying? You can't hate them for that. So these are going to be probably really impressive. Now, one thing I've done was take the plastic off, and I'm going to crack these open for you. Now, there is an app that you can actually get as well. And, you know, 43 hours of playback time total with the case is very impressive. Now, this is how it comes to you. You'll just have some manuals and things in here, and that's all this here in this box right here. So it's impressive to know that they are still putting it down years later, and they've really proven themselves. They really have. So 10mm woofer and a 6mm tweeters inside of here when you're boosting that on Android devices and some Apple devices too as well. Depending on what you're pairing these with, you have to have something that's going to make it really push that sound. So you've got enhanced battery life, 12.5 hours on a single charge. And then when you add the case in, that is how you come to that 43 hours of playback time. So you've got seamless connection because it has Bluetooth 5.3 technology, and you can go up to 100 feet with these. I've tested earbuds from companies before, and they say they have a long range, and a lot of them don't, but I've tested lots of earbuds, and some of them now, they're coming through with the thunder. They really do have that long battery, that long range. So with all things, I always have some gripes and some complaints. And this is where they'll house all your charging, and there's a little case in here too, some extra little things in here. They tuck it away nicely in there. It's a different world now when it comes to packaging. They're able to get so much in that little box right there. So you've got touch sensitive controls. Now, I'm personally not a fan of touch sensitive controls. So right off the rip, I don't use them. I prefer to use the device itself because most of the time I'm going to change out and I want to look at the track that I'm looking at or whatever I'm doing. But you can adjust these with controls and touch sensitive. So that's something that you can take note of. And I think some people like that. I personally don't. Now, when it comes to the design of the case, it's a nice eggshell type case. But again, there's always some gripe with me or some complaint. And it's just the shininess. I would have preferred a matte look, but I can see why they do this because it's going to grab your attention. You're going to be like, oh, what the heck is that? So these are earbuds. So this case itself looks good, but I'm just not a fan of high gloss things, but I've always been that way. So we're going to pop this open. And yes, I was wondering if this had the nice magnetic hold on it and whoa, shake test. Yeah, they're not coming out of there. So you can rest assured that your earbuds are protected and they are safe in there. If you drop this, more than likely, it's going to be fine. So it's got like this nice little textured look around there. I think that's really nice. And then the headphones, we'll get them out in a second here. They actually look really good. And they're also bigger than what I thought they were going to be. But that's not a good or a bad thing. The size of an ear, well, I guess it could be depending on who you are. Because if you have really small ears, you'll need to change the tip on these to the smaller version of the on there. And then the earbuds might look ginormous based on the size of your head or your ears. So that is something. Now, again, you do have the ability to control these with the app because you have a personalized equalizer that you can do, and you can disable the touch sensitivity inside the app if you want to, which I will show you that as well. You can adjust the volume and all these different things, reset. Now, there's a firmware update more than likely when you get these out of the box. Sometimes there's a firmware update. Most cases I've seen that before, but I don't want to film all that for you. So there is a gaming mode that you can switch on through the app, and you also have your battery indicator in the app. Now, let's go ahead and take this out. It's got a nice little grip on it. Oh yeah, these feel just the texture on them. is nice, man. So I'm gonna get a nice close look at it for you here. So obviously Superman is what I like to reference Superman when I look at these, because it's got that beautiful S buried down in there. This is actually a ridged texture design around the earbuds. You can see it there. That is just a beautiful touch, man. And then you've got that little see-through portion, transparent, with a little gold inside showing the guts there. Now, the reason this tape is on here, it just blocks it in transport, so you'll have some battery to pair them up. So let's get this off. It sticks to your hand a lot. All right, let's get this one off. And that blue and that red in there is what you see is going to be right and left. There's the little blue and the red, those little labels. I can't see my bifocals, can't even pick that up, but I'm pretty sure that's your right and left labeling it for you. I'd have to take a picture of that and view it. So we're gonna get these paired up. Now you can sync these, you can sync them. You see now I've got an indicator on here because I took the tabs off. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna open the Soundpeats app, right? And it's gonna tell you right away. Now you can do this on Android or iOS, whatever, it doesn't matter. So you wanna go into your Bluetooth, and then you wanna find them. They'll be down here at the bottom. As you can see, I have a ton of them. Now, if it doesn't pop up, there's a sync button on the bottom. Hold down that sync button right there. And you see now, it's in pairing mode. It's flashing white. And eventually, it'll pop up. There we go. Soundpeats Engine 4. So, after you get these paired, you can see it's paired. Now, you can go back to the app, and boom, there it is. And boom, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out, and it's already reading them, as you can see. One of them is at 100, looks like. The right is at 100, and the left is at 54. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into some of these settings here real briefly. And obviously there's gonna be a firmware update. Yeah, there's the update. It's always an update when you get theirs out of the box. And I just can appreciate that. But you can adjust your settings down here on the bottom. I probably should have waited to do that software update, but it's normally pretty quick. There you go. See how quick that was? All right, so we can go down here and go to the bottom left. You can see the volume, and you can make your own adjustment to the equalizer. Let's see here. Let me do the first steps here. All right. My voice might pick up a little bit because I do have it in my ear. As I'm off camera here, looking at the equalizer has not been tested. Okay. This is pretty nice right here. Get some volume. This is the setup that you'll do when you get yours out of the box. I hear voices. Oh my God. All right, let's see if that'll let me get past. There we go. Anyway, I won't bore you too much with that. There is an equalizer. Let me see if it'll let me do it now. Now, it wants me to go through that test, but let's customize, see if we can at least customize it down here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna set this up but I'm just showing you here in the app. This is why am I holding the case? This is what you could do here with the application. Just kind of setting this where I might possibly like it. All right, customize the equalizer. Here's your gaming mode. You can disable all the multi-function. Now this is where I would like to, that's where I will always turn off, because those are the touch sensitive controls. I don't like that. You can do that right there. Dual device connection. I like that. And then go home, and you can see the battery there. So it drained a little bit during that reset, but here we go. All right, so we'll go ahead and get that in. Upgrade it. All right. But just in general, just putting these in here and testing the fit, most of the time, for me lately, the tip they put on there is like a medium/large tip, and it's been working fine for them. But you do have other tips in the box, so I really can appreciate the design of these. And I'm going to get into a sound test here. Just a brief sound test in this video. This is a first impressions and walkthrough. And this is what it's going to be like when you get them out of the box. So just bear that in mind. But just the hardware alone, not that when I put them in my ear, they actually didn't feel very big at all. They didn't feel very bulky and heavy at all in the ear. And I can tell you probably more than likely, these are going to be nice to work out with. I've already done my morning workout, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use these. Obviously, this is how I do it. I normally get earbuds in, use them for about a week or so, and then follow up with them. I don't like to be too technical in videos because there are people out there that they do earbuds and they go all really technical instead of just getting through a normal walkthrough and then what does it sound like? Because we all have different ears. Now my ears are older than yours. I've had some hearing loss, a whole different things. So if you're freshly starting out, you're gonna probably say, whoa, those sound good. But for me, normally I have to crank phones or devices up or earbuds when I'm listening to them up to about 70% to really get some sound out of it. But other than that, you know, I can really feel the power of the earbuds at that point. So real world, this is what it's looking like for the update. I always kind of do these. I don't know if some people get offended when I do the updates during or do things like this during the video, but I just got to tell you that this is what it's going to be like when you crack them out of the box. And my channel has always been geared around regular people, so to speak, but tech enthusiasts are also drawn to my channel and people who want to become tech enthusiasts. But I still try to give, when I'm doing an unboxing of something, in most situations, I try to give you my real response. It's just how I like to do it. So I'm going to give you a sound test in this video right now, and I'm going to tell you how they sound. Now this update is at 91%. It's going fairly fast. It's not a big size on here, but it's updating to the latest firmware. And then I'll get them back in my ears real briefly, and I'll tell you how they sound. And it's almost done. Here we go. All right, 100%. So they'll probably restart. It'll probably give me the install or whatever. It'll probably restart. It tells you right there, don't do anything. Just let them sit and let the update happen. And that's it. So, just based on hardware though, what do you guys think about the way these look? Oh man, that is beautiful. In that short time I just had them in my ear, man, they look good. They look really good. Let's see. All right, let's see what we're talking about here. Go. You can see that battery drain said it was down on 50 on this one, but I think it was just reading improperly. This was at what, 90 or something like that? But now they are, all right, we're on the latest one. So again, here's the equalizer setting that I did. Let's see if it's saved. It's saved, so that's good. And then I turned off the touch sensitive controls, dual device, turn on temporarily. Okay. Yeah, as you can see there, it doesn't stay on all the time. You have to go back in and do it, but let's connect them again. Looks like it dropped off because of the, oh, there we go, the software update. Now we're back on. Here we go. Now those are pretty much all the settings that's in here. This is just about the products that they sell and stuff like that, like a little store or whatever. But let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Very simple and very intuitive on how this looks. And let's just check it out real quick. Let me put these back in. Oh yeah, they feel good, folks. They feel good. They feel really, really good. I cannot front. So let's get some music going here, and I'm gonna just grab something just to give you a quick little sound test. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh wee. Oh man, I gotta kind of crank that down a little bit. This thing hits hard. Oh yeah, they hit hard, folks. I will be testing these out for you for the next 7 to 14 days. Yeah. Couple of different songs here. Back in the day when music was actually music. No offense to all you current people, young artists, but this is music. It's always going to be like that when you have a generational gap. Whoo! Oh yeah. Okay, so let me say this. Let me get these out of my ear because I know I'm probably screaming. Folks, I'm gonna get these charged to 100%, like I always do, and I'm going to go ahead and give you my honest feedback on what these sound like after a week to 2 weeks. So again, by the time you get these, remember, I'm being transparent. It is May 25th at the recording of this video. And I got these I had these for a minute. I just didn't have time to put a video up. But grandbabies was visiting. Oh boy, they was cutting up. Boy, they was having a blast. But nonetheless, finally took time to sit down for a second and record some content for you. These come out on June 6th. So if you're watching this after June 6th, or you already have yours, you know, be mindful of that. Tell me in the comments how you like yours. But if you're watching this before June 6th, wow. I'm telling you, folks, adjust the equalizer. Get the equalizer where you want it to be. And I think you're going to be impressed. I'm going to actually raise my bass up just a little bit. Really get it going. That joint hit hard, man. It hit hard. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what they are doing as usual from Soundpeats. These right here. The bass, like I said, I'm going to check it a little long. I'm going to start using them. I'm going to have to raise the bass up because a lot of music back in the day didn't have a lot of bass like it does right now. So I'll go ahead and switch to some more recent days or recent music to find something with a little bit more bass. I do like a little bit of thump. And right now the bass is not the most deepest bass in that song, those couple songs I listened to just now, but still it is there. So this is a testing phase, though. This is the first impressions, and I can tell you I'm impressed already. I've never really not been impressed, I guess I would say, because price point on some of these are ridiculous. They're always going to be better than the so-called higher tier or more well-known name brands. That's just how it is. Most of the so-called well-known name brands start at $100, but you can get a plethora of Soundpeats earbuds at a phenomenal cost. It's up to you to make that decision, though. So it's your man Jay. The Engine 4s definitely impressed with the sound quality so far. Let's see how that battery looks. Let's see if I can get 12.5 hours out of a single charge. Let's do that for real. I know I can, but I got to give you a week, 2 weeks testing. So I will get back to you. For now, it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. First impressions of the Soundpeats Engine 4 real world unboxing and first impressions. Let's get it.